Lloyd and Friends or something like that. They're really good.
You're more dressed up.
All right, why isn't this?
Okay. All right, we'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Good morning. Welcome to the May 17th meeting of the Shawnee County Commissioners. On my left is Commissioner Bill Rippon. Commissioner Kevin Cook will not be with us today, and I am Aaron Mays. Madam Clerk, first item, please.
First item is under proclamations, presentations, recognition of Olivia Mayer's role as KRPA president.
Tim Laurent.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tim Laurent, Director, Shawnee County Parks and Recreation Department. So I'm very excited to be here this morning to get to recognize one of our staff members. I think you all know Olivia Mayer. Olivia's been with the county for some time. But recently, well, it's been a couple of years ago now, but she was elected as president of the Kansas Recreation and Parks Association. So that's a statewide vote. She's elected from her peers. It's quite an honor, to be honest with you. And as far as I know, and I've kind of checked with some of the other staff, and she's only the second person from Shawnee County Parks and Recreation to ever hold that office. I believe Ann Freeze, who was a former director, was president at one time. Now, I don't know about City of Topeka and Parks and Recreation, if they ever had anybody, but I know Shawnee County, she's the only one. So Olivia also got real lucky because she won this election, and then during her year in office, it was the pandemic. And so I think it was a term unlike any other former president of KRPA has had. So I know personally she had spent many late nights conferring with professionals from around the state, trying to come up with plans for and recommendations for how we handled all of our programs and services. And when I say late, I think these were 2 a.m., 3 a.m. meetings that didn't get done because they were trying to meet deadlines. They were working with the governor and other agencies across the state to try to come up with these guidelines, and Olivia was coordinating a lot of that. So I think this is just an example of the way Olivia handles her business in our department as well. She's has a lot of initiative. She's a hard worker, a lot of drive. If you need something done, you go to Olivia and it gets done. So, and she carried that on, that same passion with KRPA. So with that, I would like to introduce Olivia Mayer. Come on up. And I know she didn't prepare anything, so don't grill her.
Good morning. Like Tim said, my name is Olivia. I actually joined the membership or the association when I was still in college. So I kind of fell into it just because my professor was like, hey, you can get out of class for a couple of days if you want to go. And I was like, okay, I can handle that. So I met a lot of professionals just while I was still in college, from Lawrence actually, and here, Mr. Randy, I remember meeting. And so it just really it got me here. Because I was able to build relationships, networking, professional development, it really showed me how important it is to have relationships and build relationships from the first day you meet somebody, because you never know when you're going to meet them again and help you out. And that's the other thing with the task force, with all of the that we worked with the governor with. If we didn't have a good association with good team members, there's no way we could have pulled that off. So I'm just thankful that the county allows me to be a part of the association, because I know it's very important. So, thank you.
All right, well, congratulations and thank you for your service to Shawnee County, to the state of Kansas in this role. I'm sure you've done a great job. I've been around you enough to know that networking is one of your strong suits. Commissioner Rippon?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So did you do a lot of things virtual then? Is that?
We
the way-
did, yeah, lots of, we hosted our first conference. Normally, that's in person. We did hold our first ever virtual conference. So that had a lot of, changes and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
But it went really well.
Right. Well, thank you for your work.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk?
Item 3, consent agenda.
We have a number of items on the consent agenda. Any questions about any of those?
None.
Okay, I'll move for approval.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries 2-0. Next item, please.
Item 4, new business. A, County Clerk number 1, consider all voucher payments.
This morning, we have vouchers totaling $1,263,713.95. Highlights under that, under Sheriff, would be to Tyler Technologies for $17,472. That is for the Socrata Public Safety Advanced Analytics Software Maintenance. And then also under Solid Waste to Routeware Incorporated for $25,462.50 is for additional equipment services for the container delivery trucks. I don't have any questions about any of this, and I would move for approval.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner May, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries 2-0. Next item, please.
Item A2, consider correction orders.
I would move approval of the correction orders.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Mays, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries 2-0. Next item, please.
Item A3, consider approval of resolution number 2021-31, authorizing a 2021 cereal malt beverage license to Pure Golf Topeka, located at 7523 Southwest 21st Street, Topeka. Commissioners, this is a cereal malt beverage license for this year, and they have filled out their application. It has been reviewed by the counselor's office. All of the inspections have been done. The KBI had been notified in the township, and we had not received any response back from them, any negative response, and the health inspection was performed, and they passed that. So just ask that you approve that for them.
Okay. I would move that we approve that. I also want to just mention, this is a great new business here in Topeka. I had my kids out there at the batting cages the other day, had a good time. They're making some real progress with the facility.
Second.
Okay, motion made by Commissioner Mays, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries 2-0. Next item, please.
Item B, District Attorney number 1, acknowledge receipt from District Attorney regarding the replacement of the DA's case management system from a new system called eProsecutor, and request execution of 3 agreements, contracts C-193-21 through C-195-2021 with Journal Technologies at a cost of $325,000 utilizing the capital outlay fund previously approved on July 27th of 2020.
Good morning, Commissioners. DA Mike Hagay. If you will recall, on that date, July 27, 2020, my Chief of Staff, Charles Kitt, who's here with me today, appeared before you and explained that our case management system, which is absolutely necessary for the functioning of the office, managing the many thousands of cases that we handle every year, was set to expire and was in need of replacement. This body approved, I believe, $375,000 at that point in time. Luckily, we were able to get this done for $50,000 less than that. So we've been working with the county counselor's office, making sure these contracts are done the appropriate way, and we've been working with IT to make sure that this system is going to function properly when implemented. Chuck is here with me. He's got a stack of contracts if you have any questions for him.
Any questions?
No question. I'll move for approval.
All right, I will second that. Anyone like to speak on the item? Okay. Motion's been made by Commissioner Rippon, seconded by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries 2-0.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Next item, please.
Item C, Parks and Recreation number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C-198-2021, a film permit and conditions agreement with Arvonia LLC to use the Shawnee North Aquatic Center for a filmmaking endeavor.
Good morning, Commissioners. Randy Luby, Parks and Recreation. Before you today is a film permit, just allowing this company to come in and do one scene at the Shawnee North Family Aquatic Center. It would be during the time that we have staff there, so there's really no cost to us. I guess they were just needing a scene of empty facility with water. Don't know a whole lot about the movie, but it would be showing on YouTube in the future. I'll be glad to answer any questions. I know we've done this in the past, and when I've been here anyway, I know we did one at Ward Mead for, I think it was a horror picture, if I remember right, and they used the mansion for that. We have met with legal, and they've put in the terms that is necessary for liability insurance, and be glad to answer any questions you may have.
Do I see a cameo appearance by Randy Luby in this?
Well, no, I won't go there.
Come on, Tim. All right. This is,
So Randy, the pool will be closed. There won't be members of the public in the pool when they're filming.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Any other questions about this item?
none.
All right. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
I'll second. Motion's been made by Commissioner Rippon, seconded by Commissioner Mays. Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries 2-0. Next item,
thank you.
please. Thank you, Randy.
Item D, Sheriff's Office, number 1, acknowledge receipt of correspondence from Sheriff Hill regarding the purchase of 92 M&P 15 Sport 2 M-LOK 16-inch MBUS rear sight rifles from Adamson Police Products for $22,077, plus applicable shipping costs utilizing the federal forfeiture funds.
Good morning, Commissioners. Justin Vest from the Shawnee County Sheriff's Office. I'm here to speak to you today about the purchase of 92 rifles and trading in 70 of our current rifles that are nearing the end of their life expectancy without having to have a whole lot of manipulations and items done to take care of those rifles. So the cost would be greater than our desire to keep the old ones, and we would like to trade in and purchase new ones for every deputy for the Sheriff's Office.
Okay. Any questions?
Does this shoot like a 5.56?
Yes, sir.
At 223?
Yes.
You must have, police must have a different outlet for getting ammunition than the general public.
Yeah. We've done a pretty good job of stockpiling ammunition with
Good.
the current.
All right. I have no other question.
Well, you must be getting a pretty good trade-in value, because this breaks down to only about $240 some odd per rifle.
Yes.
That's a pretty good deal, so I would move for approval.
I'll second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Mays, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. Those in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries 2-0. Next item, please. Thank you, Captain.
Item 5, Administrative Communications.
This is a time for anyone from the general public or department heads to speak to us about any item. So, first up.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kellen Seitz, Spectre Venue Management, the Stormont Vale Event Center. As we are rounding the end of our renovation projects at the facility, I'm here today to announce that we have some very exciting news. We have booked and contracted our grand reopening concert, and that artist is going to be Hank Williams Jr. Tyler Farr is going to be joining him to open the show. So a great concert celebration, certainly one of the larger concerts that we've been able to bring to the facility in about 5 years. So very exciting news for us. In addition to that, that event is going to be on July 10th, by the way. In addition to that, we will host our grand reopening celebration, which is going to include a ribbon cutting with the Greater Topeka Partnership and Visit Topeka to really reopen our facility to the public. And that's going to be on Friday, July the 9th, and that will be an afternoon into the early evening type of event. More to come on that as we line out details on the grand reopening celebration, but certainly the concert is our biggest excitement that we've had in the past about 15 months working through the pandemic and getting ready to finish up the renovations. So pre-sales for those tickets will go on sale Wednesday, of this week at 10 a.m. And the general public on sale will start Friday of this week at 10 a.m. So happy to answer any questions that you might have.
But,
No questions.
well, who qualifies for the pre-sale? How do we get
Yeah.
that pre-sale password?
Yeah, so anybody can qualify for our pre-sale. You can get pre-sale codes on any of our social media platforms, and also if you're a member of our Cyber Club, which is our email newsletter database, you'll be receiving an email here in about 45 minutes from our system. So you can jump online. Also, all of the radio stations that we're marketing with and networking with have their own pre-sale codes that are specific to their stations. But if you're just looking for an early access pre-sale code, just jump on our social media platforms and there'll be a pre-sale code there for you.
Well, I think it's pretty cool, Kellen. Not only is it going to be a great celebration of the completion of the project, but also kind of our bounce back from a whole year of no live events in Shawnee County. And so actually by then it'll probably be more like a year and a half. So I mean, I hope we can sell it out or at least come close. But I think it's going to be a big celebration. I think it's going to be a lot of fun for everybody.
Yeah, thank you. We're excited as well.
I think that's a good artist to have for a kickoff. I mean, here's the guy who's started every Monday night football.
I know.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same
Just
thing.
Should be a pretty good party.
Yep, it will be a party. somewhere.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Seeing no one else, Commissioner Rippon?
I really don't have much to report. I just stayed in and stayed dry this weekend.
Yeah, me too. Didn't have a whole lot going on. Even with all the rain, I think emergency management's not here, but I don't think we had any significant flooding that I'm aware of. So it was a nice, relaxing weekend, and I'm glad we made it out of it without any trouble. So next item, please.
Item 6, executive session.
We do not have a need for executive session, so we are adjourned.
I missed all the thunder and lightning. I was on my way back from my grandbaby's kindergarten graduation from Nebraska, and my daughter said,